say I caught a baseball-sized hailstorm. People are going nuts over it too.
Really?
Like a lot of the people on my channel, some of them are storm chasers. It's like, did you really record that? There's an oldie coming in. How are you?
Pretty good, how are you?
Good, good. It's been a month.
How's it?
Almost.
Oh, wow.
Because you did your 11 and then last week was so chaotic I didn't make it out.
Oh, last week for me, I had an air-conditioned bus all week. Oh, it was so good. So good. Peter's friend?
Ken.
Ken, yeah.
7632.
Wow, good for you. How did you arrange that?
My friend Blake, I told you about Blake. He's a YouTuber like me. He asked me, what are you doing this week? And we hung out a couple weeks ago. He's like, what are you doing, when we were hanging out on Saturday evening?
Yeah.
And he didn't want to give it away because he knew I would be shitting myself when I saw the bus.
Exactly, yeah.
He's like, it may or may not have something to do with the Detroit Sears 50 bus. He's like, all you need to know is be at Whitehorn for 6:30.
Oh, wow. So,
And guess what? This was one of those things I sat right near the engine.
oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
You probably remember that bus very well, driven it more than a few times.
Yeah, definitely.
And you run into Mr. George this weekend.
Yeah, that was so unexpected. He was just on his way out.
I emailed him about the charter as well.
Oh, yeah?
But you know him, takes a while to get back to you because busy man.
Yeah, it was good to see him though, I'll tell ya.
You know that destructive hailstorm? We did not chase that storm any further because we wouldn't have had a windshield and it was already cracking.
No,
Guess what? And on the highway, the storm got so bad that one storm was producing grapefruit-sized hail. I'm not even kidding.
that's unbelievable.
Softball to grapefruit.
Oh, wow.
And we were stuck in baseballs.
Yeah.
And
How long did it last altogether for you?
10 minutes of hell.
That's a lot. Yeah, 10 minutes.
I would say about 5 minutes, but my dad couldn't get the van started and I was yelling at him, we gotta get out of here. But the adrenaline and the high at the same time, you know what we're gonna try to do is get indestructible paint. So we can go inside the storms because at the same time I was scared, but at the same time I had a high.
Right, yeah.
And that storm I was chasing prompted 3 tornado warnings. A tornado almost touched down. I think I may have captured a funnel. But I mean, if we would have chased that storm further, our windshield would have been caved in, so we had to call it off.
Yeah, you gotta be safe.
But my dad was like, at the same time, I don't want to leave it because it's so incredible.
Yeah.
How long were you sitting at the station for?
Oh, like 12 minutes.
12?
12, yeah.
Oh, I wanted to tell you, are you going to be getting any Anderson work in September?
Well, I hope so. I could have signed up for some big park work, but I was like, no, I'm going to hold out and do vacation runs.
I haven't been on this bus. So yeah, that was my weekend. My dad couldn't get the van started. You know when you panic?
Yeah.
But I wanted to film a destructive hailstorm at least once to say I did it.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it was just that type of day. It was hot and humid, and then the storms went up.
Yeah, definitely.
Innisfil got hit twice.
Oh, wow.
A second front was producing still the size of golf balls.
Oh. Yeah.
But you know why our windshield didn't cave in? Because we were under a tree. It still beat our windshield to shit, but that's why we were able to still go home. People on the highway, you're out in the open, there's no trees.
Yeah, so I thought you were on the highway, but you were just in Innisfil or what?
Between Innisfil and Pine Lake, weather belt areas. Weather belt areas. I was in between, south of Red Deer, let's just say.
Okay.
This bus has good takeoff.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's kind of wasted on this route though. Because I have to drive really slow.
Boring, right?
Yep, a little bit. Although I do one trip on the 75 right at the end.
She only told me 4 or 2, but I checked her hours, and I'm like, by the time she's done this route, that's only 6 hours.
Yeah.
Do you do a full trip?
I do a full trip, yeah, on the 75, yeah. That was a bit of a surprise to me.
Wow, you get to try the newly abbreviated 406.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I'll come on tomorrow and experience that.
Yeah.
I haven't done the 75 yet. Even if you go out of service, say if I come on your last trip on the 402, if you go out of service, I can stay on the bus because you're only hopping from one stop to another.
Yeah, I just have like a 20-minute break.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's also kind of nice.
I don't care. I can just stay on the bus as long as I have water and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's finally gonna cool down a bit here.
Yeah, well, it was nice, like really cool earlier, and now it feels like it's getting a bit warm.
But now they said we're only supposed to have cool for a few days, and it's supposed to go back up to like 30, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, the next couple days are supposed to be a bit cooler. Yeah.
How was your 20 last week?
It was good. Like I said, having that air-conditioned bus was like,
It must have been so slow compared to these.
yeah, I didn't ever get a bus that had fast back doors. Like, it was just every single bus that was like, alright.
You must have enjoyed the XD40 for the air AC though.
Yeah, that was the best. But we were on a giant detour because they're doing a bunch of paving all over.
That must have been nice.
Well, not really. You know what? The guy that I relieved, he's telling me the detour, and I'm like, I couldn't, like...
You couldn't function, your brain was doing this.
Exactly, because I was, as you know, on vacation. And now he's giving me this big detour, and I'm just like,
Whoa!
okay.
You know what? I'm gonna do a lot of Anderson buses in September as well. Switch it up.
Oh, yeah.
More of the 2004s will come out as well, and the 2002s.
Yeah.
They're gonna need them. You guys are gonna get busy.
Yeah, hopefully.
Man, but but I'm not looking forward to going to University Station. If I take the train, there's just a wall of people.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
School actually starts next week for some folks.
Oh, really?
Because you know the year-round thing?
Yeah, yeah. Start up.
But they get longer holidays.
Yeah. That's true.
But even then, I would not want to go to a year-round school. I wouldn't be able to chase as long.
True, yeah, that's true.
Oh, I'm 21 on the 29th.
Oh, wow, look at that. You can go to Vegas. Good for you.
Have a couple of bevies
A
there.
couple of adult bevies, yep.
I can't go as much as I used to, though. After 3 beer, I feel it.
Oh, yeah.
Like during COVID, I was around the house, so I used to be able to drink quite a bit. My tolerance was higher, but I can't do that anymore, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's okay.
I was so overwhelmed on 7632 because it's a bus you don't see on the road every day.
That's cool. So was Peter on that out there with you? Or?
Yep.
Oh, you got to. Oh, that's cool.
But guess who was driving it? My friend Blake, I told you. He was a smooth driver, but you can tell he wanted to give it a little extra speed so we can hear the axles.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool. Thank you.
No, but we did photo stops. We went to the airport and stuff.
That's cool.
We went to Country Hills and Harvest Hills,
Oh, yeah.
Bennington.
Awesome.
Yeah, Bennington, what I mean, Center Street, 78th Avenue Terminal.
Okay.
What a great charter it was.
No kidding.
And I sat right near the back. I was in my heaven.
Look at that.
Now that I got on one, though, here's the bad thing. I almost wish Calgary Transit still had some in service.
Yeah.
He must know him through there then.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. But did you tell Peter that you know me? Like, did you say hi to Peter for me or anything?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were just getting in and stuff, and I was near the back the whole
Okay,
time.
So you didn't mention me, did you?
No,
Alright.
I didn't give away any secrets.
Okay.
My God, you're done it that fast.
Yeah, that's it.
But the 75 is a nice switch up. That's how you end your day.
Yeah, it is. It's okay. I don't mind that.
When are you done your 75?
I'm done at like 8:09.
Able day then. You can at least go half-fast and have a little fun
Yeah.
on your last trip.
Yeah.
This bus feels really good though.
It's a pretty good one, yeah.
Guess why I got on the 8077 finally recently, and you should feel how nice that bus drives. They overhauled everything.
Oh, okay.
The Crime Stoppers wrap is off though. You've probably seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Just gonna warn warn you, when I was chasing the film, I was swearing a lot because we were getting hammered by hill and it was getting too much.
I don't like it.
A couple more hits, our windshield would have been screwed.
Yeah.
Imagine if we ran into the grapefruits on the highway. That would have been bad.
Want me to let you off?
Yeah, I might come and do the 402 with you, then do that new 75.
Yeah?
It's gonna be weird not going to you-know-where, the terminal, though.
Yeah, no kidding. But I think it'll be good.
Speaking of, there it is there.
Here it is.
What were you gonna say? Sorry,
No, I think it'll be good. I think it's a good idea. Because it was just always so many lights and stopping and, you know.
So it's kind of like, this is kind of a Max line similar thing? A little bit?
Maybe a little bit.
This route is just way too short.
I know, it's so quick.
So what's the plan? Are you gonna take something out of AG if something's there?
I'm just gonna do as many vacation runs out of AG that I can get.
Yeah.
Because I could have signed up. Actually, there was a couple of pieces of Big Park, straight pieces, that weren't bad, but I was like, nah.
Anderson's opening up and I want to do it, right?
Exactly, I need my Anderson.
And you might get a different style bus that hasn't been on the road for
yeah, it's
like
awesome.
like a 2006s. They haven't been out since March 2020.
Yeah.
And I think, 24 of the 2004s, they haven't been active since May 2020. So, buses need mileage is what I'm trying to say, the ones that are sitting there, but they're getting them prepped. And from what I've heard, Anderson mechanics are back now.
Okay. Well, now you're in my way, lady.
Getting the buses.
Put you on his bus. He's already taken off. Just get the next one. Real cool.
Just another day at transit. That's what I say when something happens. Just another day at transit.
Yeah, I mean, she's tapping the very back corner of the bus as if the driver can
Are you kidding me?
feel or hear or see that.
That's crazy.
Bus is already pulled out.
But I mean, the 14 runs every 5 minutes during rush hour, so.
Yeah, like it's not like that was the last one. You're gonna be okay. It sucks, but it's all good.
So you have a 3 more trips on this one after this? Or 2?
Do I? I don't know. I'm not counting, but let me see.
Because I think you're done at
I
1814.
have 2 more.
Yeah. Because you're done at 1814, then you have your 20-minute layover, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's supper time then.
No, I already had supper at 4 o'clock because it kind of breaks it right up in half. So that's just.
What did you have?
Well, I'll give you one guess.
Subway?
Yeah. You know it.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't have it for a
I
while.
know, I haven't had it for a really long time, so don't judge.
Else, if you kept like those darn energy drinks you kept buying on the
Oh my
8.
goodness. I haven't had those since that week that I did the 82.
But I tell you, once something's good, I can't leave it alone. I get it.
Yeah. And if it's convenient, you know, because I had that Shoppers Drug Mart right there. So I was like,
And even if you started the 82 at Shoppers, take the 129 right up there. Say if you parked at Dalhousie and took the 129, if you took it over at Shoppers and the 82 was gonna be a few minutes, you go in there, get yourself a drink, and then once you take the bus over, you got yourself a nice cold thing.
you bet. Yeah. Good weather.
Here, boy. Here, boy. Come on.
See, I noticed, like, you know when the bus beeps when you lower it, this one does not have that.
Nope. Or when it comes back up.
So I wanted to tell you 7632's kilometers.
Okay.
1 million plus, I think 1,107,010 kilometers.
Oh, wow, that's quite a bit, eh?
And it's 26 years old, but Ken's been maintaining it really well, and it runs like a tank.
Wow, okay. And what about how much does it cost him in fuel? Like, what's he doing? Does he fill it right up every time?
But I mean, the charters, if they're big charters, they last 3.5 hours long. So
Okay.
he fills it up pretty good.
Yeah, I bet. I bet that costs a bit of money.
But he doesn't use it every day. If he used it every day, that would be a little much.
No kidding, yeah.
And he only brings it out every once in a while.
Right.
But what he does for the winter, when it's just sitting in the yard, he puts diesel stabilizer in it for the winter.
Yeah, that's good.
But he said you gotta break it in once in a while and bring it out, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That was a once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah, that must have been a really nice surprise. How was your Heritage Park trip? Did I talk to you since you went there?
Oh, when did I go? No.
I don't think I did.
No, when did you? I think I saw you on July 5th and that was it.
Yeah, I think you were going on like a Thursday or something. So I don't think I saw
Oh, yes, it was good.
It was good, yeah?
I got the other locomotive on my channel now, the second one.
Yeah. You got that.
Yeah, it was Tuesday, right? Because that Wednesday I had dental,
Yeah.
and then Thursday I was going to Heritage.
Yeah. Okay, so you had a good time.
Yeah.
That's good.
That locomotive's whistle sounded so good because they replaced it
Oh, yeah.
with another whistle.
Cool.
Yeah, because didn't you do the 11 at the end of June until the for 2 weeks, right?
Yep.
Yeah, then I wouldn't have seen you until that, you know.
Yeah.
Because I was maybe planning to come out on Friday. Did you end up working on that Friday or no?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Oh, so you didn't take it off.
No, I did not.
Did you try to get one of your friends to do your work?
I tried, but there were so many people, because that was parade day, right? So there,
Oh.
yeah, there were so many people that, like, everybody was already booked, you know, and they were, like, screaming for overtime, so it's like, not gonna
And that's the day when my Rogers went out. I'm with
Oh,
Rogers,
yeah, that's-
and the service went down.
Yeah, that's right, because I had Daniel on my bus, and he's with Rogers, and he couldn't get into his place because it's something to do with his phone has to unlock the door, like he's got some kind of lock with his phone to unlock his house door.
Yeah.
So he couldn't, like, and his phone wasn't working, so he's like, I'll just ride around with you for a bit, and I'm like, all right.
And we got a call from between friends that I got off the wait list for the grandstand show, so we went. But the drop-off location was right at the grounds, and we couldn't see them. And I tried to call, couldn't get any service, so I was getting stressed out.
Yeah.
We arrived there at 5, but we're searching for them for 40 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
I couldn't get a hold of anyone because.
Wow, and then did you hook up with them?
Yeah, we had to go and walk in the grounds though to find them.
Okay.
Man, Stampede was busy this year.
Yeah,
They say attendance records were through the roof. On any given day, you have 200,000 to 300,000 people.
that's crazy. And I guess the grounds were a little bit more condensed, right? Because of the construction. So everything was kind of smushed together.
And some people would have to wait 3 trains because they were just too busy.
Yeah, I heard about that too. People weren't too happy.
We need more cars though.
Yeah.
We're desperate for train cars. That's why you're still seeing the U2s.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're way past their date of service, eh? Them U2s.
Yeah, they are.
Which I can understand that, but they gotta split them up.
Yeah.
But everyone wants to go to Anderson now.
Well, I was talking to a couple of guys that were out of Anderson for years, and I was like, sort of, to get Big Park or Anderson work, and they were like, no, I'm staying at Big Park. I kind of like it now. So maybe some people.
But I know you are just chomping at the bit to get to Anderson.
Yeah, I for sure am like, yes.
And I never have any AG work on my channel yet, so
Oh, yeah.
this will be the first.
Yeah. Yep, that's going all over.
I gotta leave in about 10 minutes or so, but can we sit and chat for a few minutes?
Yeah, for sure.
figured you're pretty much done this already. This trip already.
Pretty much. It goes quick.
I got a barbecue at Prairie Winds for my program
Oh, really?
tonight.
Cool.
It's the last Wednesday nighter.
Oh, nice.
But Friday was, my Friday program was only supposed to run till August 12th, but 2 Fridays in a row were canceled due to lightning storms.
Okay, so they're gonna make those up for you guys?
I hope.
Yeah.
One at least,
Yeah.
but they should add another one.
They should, yeah.
How is the dogs?
Dogs are good. They were happy to see us when we got back. Yeah, they were.
How is the brat doing?
The brat was okay. She's a bit of a handful. I'll have to send you some pictures of her. So that
I'll have to play a doorbell prank on her.
You know what else she hates? You know when people like press the button on their car to lock the doors?
Yeah.
It goes beep beep. She hates. If she hears that, she just immediately starts barking. It's like,
But she thinks it's a doorbell.
yeah. It's like, well, what are you gonna do about it? Like,
Maybe I should play sound effects of that.
yeah, that between that and the doorbell, it's just like, all right.
How about knocking?
Yeah, no, she doesn't like knocking.
But it's the doorbell and the button thing.
It's mostly that. But then, yeah, a bit of knocking, yeah.
Yeah, I have about 8 minutes here before I have to leave, so. What do you leave, 5:20-ish?
Like I leave 22.
Mine.
Otherwise I have to sit at that first time point.
For like 5-6 minutes.
Well, for like 2 minutes, so I'd rather just do it here.
This route just drags. Like, it doesn't drag, it's just too quick.
Well, once they put the bus into those other new neighborhoods, it'll be probably not enough time, you know?
Yeah.
So, enjoy it while we can, I guess.
Okay.